The most depressing and banned anime. Yeah, that's right, boys and girls. We are going to be looking at the most depressing and banned anime from Spooky Rise. Now, I've never watched anything from Spooky Rise. I have a few videos queued up today from Spooky Rise because some things tickled my wiener. Then I wanted to actually dive in and get a little bit more depth on that. So today we're going to be looking at Spooky Rise's most depressing anime, and I'm excited. Let's just roll into it. Let's roll those dice, baby. Let's get on the corner and throw some dice.
So vile it's banned worldwide. Shoujo Sabaki. Well, the full title is Underground Projected Dramatic Pictures Shoujo Sabaki. Class, get in your seats. Professor Spooky's ready to teach. You voted.
I've never heard of Shoujo Sabaki. I've never heard of this. I consider myself quite the comic and manga connoisseur. I've covered lots of this goonbag stuff on my platform. I constantly am doing either drama or comics or whatever the hell I want because I am the king, baby. But I have not heard of this.
See a video on Shoujo Sabaki last video. Thank you. I love you for making my week very depressing. Shoujo Sabaki means camellia girl, though shoujo is fine to describe this stock character. A girl, usually around 12 years old and completely innocent, used variously in Kamishibai paper plays throughout the late 19th and early 20th century. We TikTok era turbo nerds know this stock character from this anime, which is a shot-by-shot semi-animation of a manga called Mr. Arashi's Freak Show. In both, the girl is named Midori, who is forced to live with a psychotic, brutal group of freak show acts who abuse and torture our innocent spirit.
Of course the 12-year-old girl gets abused. Japan, you guys just can't stop, can ya?
Viewer discretion is advised. Beware for anything. I'm showing you all YouTube will allow. If you want to see what happens, including all the messed up parts, stay tuned for the breakdown. Cue the Gohan. In a dark, dry room, a woman breathes her final breaths as her daughter roams the black streets of Tokyo to save her. Dark, gritty, and unforgiving, this is how Whitechapel must have felt in the 1880s. In the middle of that darkness is this innocent beacon of light known as Midori, hoping to sell her flowers to help her sick mother. Her father left them behind. This seemingly nice man she meets offers to buy—
No, it's not a nice man. This is not a nice man, guys. Oh, I hate this stuff.
all her flowers and tells her to go home as the bright moon watches with worry. Midori must hurry to mother to help her. There is little time left. Midori races through the skinny alleyways to tell her sick mother that this man will help her out. But sadly, her mother is already dead.
Unfortunate. Big no-go for saving your mom's life. That is mad unfortunate, my friend. Better luck next time.
Rats feasting and burrowing on her body. Now,
gross, I would have left. I do not like rats. They are the scariest creature in all of existence.
Now the girl is alone. She must drop out of school and find the man who promised to help. Now the time begins. Midori doesn't have much time left before she has nothing left. Reaching the address he gave, she meets the mean acts of this freak show circus, sweat dripping down and anxiety welling throughout her body as these people look at her up and down like a toy, a plaything. They assault her and even lick her eyeballs. Psychotic.
Ugh, gross. Remember, guys, this is a 12-year-old. Japan, stop. Just stop. Age up your characters, please.
And greedy to have Midori become a part of the show by biting chickens alive. What will happen? Will her life be ruined further? A blood moon.
Well, actually, sometimes in a story this does work. Like, if you want to show like true brutality, I get it. My problem with like the age in Japanese media is sometimes it's like, dude, why are you sexualizing this like 14-year-old so damn hard, brother? Why don't you just make them a college age person? The story 99% of the time does not change. They could be going to college and or university or whatever Japanese people call college. They could be going to a place of higher education and the story could be the exact same. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that just be crazy that every time they didn't put like some like fan service person on, you didn't worry about your door getting knocked down by the endless amounts of police that want to know what you're watching?
Taps Midori awake.
There's so many shows that had interesting concepts that I get to like a certain part and then they got like a scantily clad 14-year-old and I'm like, nope, turning this off. Turn this off right now. I am not about this.
The sounds of threesome, and in the next room is even worse. The man who recruited her, Mr. Arashi, licking the eyeball of one of the young acts. The only friends Midori has is a group of puppies. She's their mommy and feeds and plays with them. Close your eyes now if you don't want to see them go to dog heaven. Unfortunately, once this freak show act pops up, this is all that remains of them. One of the most brutal.
Of course they murdered the puppies. You gotta murder the puppies. That's just, if you really want to show a character being really bad, have them brutalize a bunch of little small dogs.
Scenes of the entire anime manga. You can open your eyes now. Then, they all use the meat in the stew and laugh at Midori, who realizes she ate some of her dogs. She intensely cries out to the heavens above to take her to her mother. Later, she watches Kanabun here practice their fire style jutsu, but then sees that Kanabun is packing some meat. Kanabun assaults her after laughing in her face regarding the surprising meat reveal. She sleeps and dreams evil nightmares, hoping to return to her father. Her father carelessly eats, and Midori gets twisted and broken.
Oh my god, dude. This is not playing around. This is brutal. This is absolutely diabolical, dude.
Painfully pressing for her father's help as a caterpillar and snake enter inside her. You'll never know happiness as a human being, they gloat to her. It horrifies her. She awakens with a fever and doesn't mind staying in bed for the day. This is villain Midori. A new act will soon join the group, but they hate Midori. They blame Midori for putting a jinx on them. Since she came, everything is coming to shit, and we're only 13 minutes in. Soon
Good. I hope you all get obliterated. I hope you all just get your buttholes plowed in by cosmic entities of horror. You guys suck. You murder puppies. You abuse a 12-year-old girl. Y'all need to die.
The new act comes, surprising the other members by squeezing himself inside a jar and just squeezing right back out. Midori is delighted. This is the first time she smiled ever, but the other members are a little jelly. Matsumitsu is his name, and he's Jesus level, suddenly forming a bird and a rose in her hand. Oh, and of course, he's illegally attracted to the youth around here, aren't they y'all? Even if this is the old days. But Midori falls in love with him, the only man who isn't abusing or treating her awfully. Yet, he gives her some hope for
Old guy sees girl, goes out,
brightness in the dark world.
This is just gross. I understand, but it's still gross. Disgusting. Everything about this story is just vile.
A world where she can gleefully glide through the flowers, never alone and always loved. How long will this happiness last? She excitingly exclaims to the heavens that she would be happy to marry him. Midori is Matsumitsu's new aide, and she and him are the most popular acts, but they don't like that. For bringing new money to the entire group, he's treated like the biggest, baddest bitch on the block, but Mummy Man's even more jealous, all while Matsumitsu and Midori get married. Seeing her happy, they can't stand it. They rush in and tell her to start washing the clothes, but she talks back and fights like she never did before. Courage and ferocity welling from her heart to her fists, ready to fight back.
Yeah, dude, beat these guys up. Okay. I don't like that she married an old guy. That's kind of gross. Actually, not kind of. Very disgusting. But I do want to see these guys get their comeuppance. Comeuppet them to hell. Hell where they will get fellatio. I have to give fellatio to Satan. That is my goal for these losers.
Strong man grabs a hold of her and throws her to the ceiling, hitting her head. He throws her again, winding his throw, but suddenly Midori is giant, Mount Lady crushing the rest of the acts. But it was all a genjutsu. Matsumitsu's Western magic is powerful. He tells all.
And of course, this anime had a panty shot of her. Why, dude? Why does Japan do this? Japan, just like normal aged women, please.
The rest of the acts to do the chores. Not my wife, Midori. Midori travels to town and buys some candy, and suddenly, the Mummy Man creeps behind her and tells Midori that he is in love with her. He walks away awkwardly, feeling successful, as if his weird statements steal Midori away from Matsumitsu. Suddenly, Matsumitsu places the Mummy Man in a genjutsu where he sinks through the sand. He sinks further into the ground, with Matsumitsu watching above, shouting that you'll never have my by Midori. His broken body is found later, mud dripping out of his throat.
Well, I mean, that's fair, I guess. I mean, this guy got his comeuppance. It was all over jealousy, but it took him long enough, dude. He didn't do it. Like, he barely did anything to protect this girl. Okay, no, he did. I guess he turned her into a giant, but like, for what the dude says he loves her, not assaulting her isn't what does it, but telling her he loves her, that's death sentence. Not assaulting them. This is weird.
Realizing Matsumitsu killed him, Midori races away, horrified. She saw how the mummy man really died, forcibly swallowing mud to slowly and painfully suffocate. "You scared me," Midori shouts out to him, but he convinces her that it should have been done. The sound and feel of rain bouncing upon them both, not yet alone. Another day, Midori gets a visit. A filmmaker wants a Shoujo Sabaki to star in his new film as the starring role. "Don't stay with these villains," he says. "Come with me and you'll become a star. A star with a big, comfortable house and amazing food." But Matsumitsu rips the card and imprisons her for one.
What did I tell you? He was gonna be a bad guy too. Wow. The creepy guy that wants to marry a 12-year-old ends up being a creepy guy who wants to marry a 12-year-old. Who could have ever thunk it?
To run away. During another show,
This is truly crazy, guys. Nobody could have ever seen this coming. Wow, dude, what a fucking joker.
he shouts and
Fucking Batman ear haircut.
insults his audience, calling them lazy and greedy idiots. He unleashes his powers, destroying his audience from the inside out, twisting and contorting them like a devil
What a fucking crazy power to have.
shot out of hell, changing their shapes, deforming them in a display of power that humbles like you wouldn't believe. The police race to the scene, but nothing happens. Matsumitsu is passed out, and all of the customers who were twisted went back to normal, just mentally scarred for the rest of their lives. When he awakens, Matsumitsu quits the freak show act. Time is running out. Midori is later put in a genjutsu, traveling through the bowels of her mind to experience Tokyo again, running with glee and hope to return home, squeezing along the streets and sliding through the skinny alleyways. She takes in the environment and learns. She's finally back home. Her mother is alive and her father is home. Life is great for her. However, she awakens back when Matsumitsu, who wishes to leave the country with
Oh, of course, dude. Of course she awakens with Matsumitsu, this fucking weird creep.
her. Meanwhile, Mr. Arashi, the boss, has run off with the money, leaving behind the other members. With nothing else, they wonder where they will go next, and Kanabun here begins to cut their hair for the next new psychopathic adventure. Speaking of adventure, Midori says her final goodbyes to her old abusers. Wow, it's crazy how a haircut changes you. Despite them abusing, assaulting, and almost killing her, she hopes to see them again one day as the flower.
Weird. Well, what? What? This is so weird, bro.
Flowers rain above. Matsumitsu tells her to wait here. I'll go buy you something to eat. Is this the future? A new hopeful life for the innocent girl who was thrown to hell? Suddenly, while Matsumitsu is returning with the food, a thief kills a man in front of him. Not wanting to keep witnesses alive, the thief then stabs Matsumitsu to death. This is all while Midori awakes.
Of course, dude. Of course this is exactly what happens. Yeah, this girl can't get your break. I mean, killing the creepy guy who was, like, keeping her hostage isn't, like, the worst thing, but...
him, but looking around, she can't find him. Racing through the streets, and he is nowhere to be found. It begins to seem as if she is in a nightmare, a genjutsu. She passes by this broken building various times, seeing the same man walk through and sneezing 3 times. Someone hit her with that Izanami Sharingan power. Soon, she begins to see the rest of the freak show act screaming at her and laughing. Horrified, she screams in terror and arms herself to beat them all, telling them to die, but they can't be stopped. They will always torment her. Midori will never be happy as a human being. She enters a void. It all becomes white and she cries out. Time has run out. So basically, Matsumitsu died. She races to look for him, but his body is taken away and she just begins to hallucinate out of fear, realizing
Jesus Christ, dude. This chick is so ruined. She's been obliterated, bro. She got cooked throughout life, bro. I feel so bad for this chick. Like, honestly, I do. I, like, considering the best friend and, like, her only confidant was a person who likes children. That's vile. That's like the most disturbing part about this entire thing is that her, like, 45-year-old husband was just a guy that liked 12-year-olds. What?
she's alone again. Either that or he puts her in a genjutsu, but the result is the same. She's alone. A tragic ending to a tragic story. This year, I've dreaded the fear of being alone. After my grandfather passed away in February, my
mad unfortunate, dude.
grandmother held us all together. I remember driving to the hospital late at night where we saw his body. That hospital smell, the sound of machines beeping from the other rooms, feeling the heat slowly.
Wow, this took a really depressing turn. I mean, the story was already depressing, let's be honest. This wasn't like rainbows and blowjobs, but guys, but come on, dude. Wow, dude. I didn't know I was gonna jump into grandfather death. I did not see grandfather death coming. Who would have faulted me for saying that they saw I didn't see grandfather death coming? This came out of like left field.
Leave from his body. It was a tough night where my grandmother held us all strong. But sometimes I fear that I'll find her gone too, passed away in her bed, like how I saw my
Oh, Jesus. Poor guy. Hey, buddy, it's gonna be okay, man. You need here's a virtual tap on the shoulder there, pal. Dear God, this is depressing.
Father, and then I'll be alone. Sometimes I'll check on her and just watch her sleep to make sure I can still.
No, dude. Oh God, he's just like creepily standing over his grandmother's bed. I get you're scared that she's gonna die, but like, chill a little bit, brother. Chill a little bit.
See her breathing, but she's getting healthier and stronger. She doesn't even have to do dialysis 3 times a week anymore, and shows me I shouldn't let my fears bind me down, that I should live with my head high. My grandfather wanted me to live and do what I needed to do. So hold my hand, Midori. You're not alone with the Spooky Rice crew. The story was despair food. Over 5,000 sheets of animation over a 5-year period was used to create what we just watched, all by one man, Hiroshi Harada, who not surprisingly worked on various Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts games. Remember, this is based on a manga created by Suehiro Mario. No wonder Weekly Shonen Jump rejected some of his dark work, which is often called contemporary muzane. Muzane were basically dark, grotesque ukiyo-e, which would inspire literally every piece of Japanese horror you've ever seen. Yeah, maybe that's where Muzan gets his name from. Midori is Arrow Girl. This story walked so that My Chance Daily Life could run, and that's why you should watch this video on Wicked City. Wicked City is a really gory.
I've thought about watching Wicked City a few times. It's one I will eventually watch on my own. I'm excited, but I just never get around to it.
Crazy anime from the same time period. Think Men in Black with nudity and gore. You'll love it. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more messed up stuff. Thanks for watching. Spooky out.
That was incredible. That was a really good video. I'm gonna hit that sub button. He's gonna get that like. That was really, really, really good. I was vibing with that really hardcore, not gonna lie. Stop. What are you doing? I don't want to watch Philip DeFranco. Why would I watch Philip DeFranco, bro? Like, what are we talking about here? But yeah, that was an incredible video. I have to say, this guy makes some content that is good. I like it.